All right. Sunday, May 22nd, crude oil. What is going to happen at the open? I have no idea. So let's look at the daily. We always look at the same chart each week. 93 at the low. We were looking at 109. It's been kind of chipping away at that. The story is chop, right? It's obvious. Chop. This is a chop fest. Very volatile, up and down, crisscrossing levels. So, but just looking at this chart, because we've chipped away at 109 and gotten above it a couple of times, even though we keep chopping, the way I would view this really, this has nothing to do with the Elliott wave. This is just sort of, just I don't know, just common sense price action. It's making higher highs, it's making higher lows. Keep it simple. 116.64. Maybe it pokes just like it kind of poked above these levels, and then it reverses. It's chopping, right? So, yeah, could it poke above here? Sure. Would I? How likely is that to happen? Okay, well, there's a daily squeeze with an upside bias, right? It's janky. It's not very good. Squeeze doesn't work so well in chop environment, so I discount that a little bit. But the squeeze is there. I was talking about the same exact thing last Sunday night. The squeeze is there. You know, it's released. And the histogram can't really get going. We're just chopping. So why can't we just keep chopping and come up here to this next level at over 116.64? Could it poke above there? Call it 117. I think it wouldn't be unreasonable to look for 117 up here. So, roughly. MACD, positive territory. RSI, positive territory. Histogram, positive territory with a squeeze present, although I would discount that. Above the moving average, who cares? It's crisscrossing that moving average. So, how are you trading a moving average in this environment? I have no idea. But, just keeping it real simple, that's a decent level to look for, I think, for the long side. So this chart would have me saying, yeah, maybe we're going higher, certainly. This one shows the chop in a little more detail. And where's one? This is the same level we're just looking at. So why can't this just come up into there?
I can't move nothing.
Huh? Oh, hold on a second. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Yeah, take a deep breath. Here. Come here. Watch. Let me show you. Come here.
I'm right here.
Yeah. Oh. Here. Just open it again. Go back over to the couch. Try it again. Try it. And just stay calm. Just stay real calm. You don't have to get upset. Okay. So sorry about that. So what was I saying? So these fibs, the purple fibs, I put on way over here. Here. I put those fibs on way over. Yeah, I guess after it bottomed actually. Wait a minute. Okay, sorry. Here. Yeah, so those purple fibs apply to this. But this is just ridiculous. Honestly, let me be honest, I have no idea how to count this. I just know where kind of these levels are the price has been interacting with. So I just keep it real simple. It got above this little, whatever this triangle thing is. I was wondering if it was going to get above. Then it's crisscrossing. It's just a mess, honestly. So, maybe it holds this level and then goes up and pokes above here, and if it really wants to, can it poke above there? Sure. What would that be? 117. So again, here's a second chart showing you that this could come up. Wouldn't be unreasonable the way I'm looking at this. For this, maybe it comes down and bounces off this little trend line. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I have no idea what it's going to do at the open. I just know I wouldn't. This is another chart just showing you that the price can come up into this region. Drill down one more level. Count this as a 1, 2. Again, I got my degrees messed up over here. I'm not very good at Elliott wave. I just know how to measure stuff. But I thought this could be a 3, not this 3 with not this degree, but a smaller degree 3, and that we would still come up higher to get, like I had this 3 like over here. But I was wrong. So once this came down and broke this level, I just said, all right, so I made this a 5. So this is a complete 5-wave structure of that degree. And then I was looking for a 4, this 4. I was looking for this 4 here. So that didn't work. So I was looking for the 4 there. That didn't work. So, this came really deep. Look how deep this came. Well, if you're in a diagonal, that's what you get. You get massive swings in both directions. So, and really, that's what this is telling you. It's telling you we're chopping. I'm telling you we're chopping. I've been saying the same thing for weeks, right? We're just chopping but I catch the longs. You see, if you've been following me, right, you know what I'm doing. I'm catching these longs. I'm not really shorting too much, but I'm catching these longs. I'm not really trying to short as much as I'm trying to long and catch these longs, and that's what we've been doing. So, and then I get out. You get a nice juicy swing trade of multiple dollars. You look for the fibs, and where would you get out? So looking at this micro stuff, which I will admit I'm not very good at Elliott wave. I just measure stuff and try to trade the fibs. So, this is right back getting through the same resistance that we had over here. It's the same exact levels. I leave them on the chart for a reason, and I drag them over for a reason. Like this was a little micro pivot over here, but I dragged it over. Actually, this wasn't a pivot. This was a wave 2. But I dragged that level over, and you can see it. That level was in effect here. Price touched the top of that and held it. So I dragged that level over, and price came back and touched the top of it again and had a reaction. And I tried to trade that, and I got stopped. And I tried to trade the bottom of that level, and I got stopped. Actually, I didn't try to trade that level. It was here that I traded. I tried like, I'm not kidding when I say I tried like 8 or 9 or 10 times to get long at these where I think support is. And each time I would get stopped, very small losses. I'm okay with that. And then in the morning here, when it came back up, I was trading on my phone. I did get a good entry finally after I lost count because I tried so many times, which is fine. That's a different topic. But what I'm thinking now is this is back up into this resistance, but it's getting through it. So these fibs, look, if it can come back up even just to the 1618, forget the C. That's just, I don't know. But just based on these fibs, of this structure way over here, right? Even though, that's crazy. Look how wild. Well, that's a diagonal, and then look at this reaction. This is a diagonal. So why can't these fibs still be in play? So if it can come up to the 1618 of this whole structure, that gets you to 116.95. And if it extends, comes up into here, maybe, who knows, maybe it comes up and tags this trend line. Why not? Or maybe it moves quicker and it tags it over here. I have no idea. But I just know that this looks like it's on the way up. I showed you the technical reasons that there's fuel in the tank for this to keep going higher, even though it's choppy. But why can't it come up to 117? You see, I keep saying the same number. 116.64. 115 to 117.77. If it can get up here above, make a new high, and just call it 117. And then just call this 117. So let's skip the small time strat and go to the daily strat. What's this? 116.64 is the top of this, is this high. So every one of these methods, and there's a daily squeeze present, which is unreliable, which I just showed you over here. It's the same squeeze, right? It's unreliable. But still, that's fuel in the tank. It's just choppy. It's chopping, but it's going higher. So I just showed you 3 different methods that all allow for higher, and I think it's a reasonable target to call it 116.64 to 117. And if it gets frisky, why can't it go to hit the trend line depending on where it hits it? It could be it could hit 119. Sure. Well, sure it could do that. So I have a bullish bias. I don't want to see it come back down below here. In fact, I honestly, with the now let's look at the micro. Now let's look at the smart. Can't talk. Sorry. Let's look at the small time strat. There's a 1 hour squeeze present. The 15-minute squeeze is already fired. But this is, who cares? 15 minutes. The 1 hour, a little bit more important, carries a little more weight. So if this could come back at the open and hold this top of this box, look, maybe it doesn't need to come back. It already did break out of this range, and it came back right here and tested it, and now it's just chopping its way higher. Why? Because it's fractal. It's just, this whole thing is choppy. So why wouldn't it be choppy on the lower time frames? Well, it is. It all makes perfect sense in a crazy way. So I'm looking for higher. This can come back and still retain the 1 hour squeeze. Let's see what happens at the open. I have no idea, but my bias is for higher, and I'm long. All right. Good luck. See ya.